Hey everyone, welcome back to another vlog. It is Monday morning. I am in the store today. I'm gonna finish up these walls that you saw me working on the end of the last vlog. Gotta get these done today so we can get the edges painted. We're gonna try to paint them black so they're not like, just wood. If we don't get to that, it's not the end of the world, but I think it would look a little bit nicer. Anyway, trying to get these done today. Got to add some supports and things to them because obviously right now they're literally pretty much nothing. It's some 2x4s just screwed into like a footer plate essentially. So got to get some supports on there so they don't fall over. So I'm gonna go cut some wood outside. It's a little cold this morning. I think it's like 38 degrees. Not ideal, but that is okay. We moved from California to Michigan in the winter, so we gotta learn. Anyway, so I'm gonna go cut some wood and then yeah, today Paul and I need to pick orders. We have a meeting with some of the staff members because we changed like our shipping materials and stuff. I think Paul showed all that in the end of the last vlog. So I'll catch up with you later throughout the day as I finish up. But yeah, welcome back.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday. It is around 11:30, almost noon. I've been in for a few hours, and today is the big day that we are changing over everything for our staff. So the handover from DNA Bricks to Just a Brick in the Bucket is now complete, and that means that we've got to change logins to all the Just a Brick in the Bucket Gmail accounts, our pirate ship account, which is what we use for shipping, all that kind of stuff. So this morning so far I've been going from company laptop to company laptop, changing login information and getting everyone set up on all of that. Obviously I'm not going to show that because there's passwords and stuff, but I am now almost done with that. We've got one person picking in the back right now, and I myself am about to go pick orders as well. We've got around 35 orders today so far. A decent amount of that came in over the weekend, which is great. It's nice to see that we, even though we changed over the storefront, orders still seem to be coming in with some amount of regularity. We were a bit worried because the first day that we did the changeover, we only got 2 orders, which is a little bit scary, both for Just a Brick in the Bucket and for DNA Bricks numbers, definitely for DNA Bricks numbers. But it seems as if they've recovered. I talked a little bit about how my hypothesis was that it was because all of the wanted lists got obliterated. Obviously, there's no way to prove that, but it seems like that might have been the case because orders are beginning to pick up once again, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna go start picking those. Those need to be done real soon because tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to be closing the store again for a little bit because we are going to be reorganizing how it's laid out in there. And I will show you that in a little bit if Evan hasn't already. I need to check with him on that because I don't want to double up on content. But once I get done picking, I'm going to be reassigning and I will catch up with you guys and show you how I'm doing both of those things in a bit. All right, picking is done for the day. So these are most of the orders. Some have already been packed up over there, but this is most of what got done today. Like I said, it's just starting to pick up. Hopefully on a good day, we will have all these shelves filled at the end of the day, and also some have been packed, but hopefully this is only going to keep increasing so we can get back to the numbers when we were on the old storefront. But now what I'm going to be doing is packing up each of these. So I already kind of went over how this was laid out the other day, but the process is pretty simple. I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to pull it up on the computer. I'm going to check for any errors that we have in notes, and then I'm going to issue any refunds that are necessary, look for any pieces, etc., box them up, and get them out. I have in front of me a local pickup order. So once an order's been picked, it ends up over here and whatever, and then we're going to pack it up. So at the new location, we now offer local pickup. Before we didn't, because we didn't want people coming to our house back in California, because we used to operate over a garage. But now we have a warehouse, so it's totally okay for people to come and pick up their order. That said, we don't do tours. But this is a local pickup order. Now, usually these are pretty big, and previously what they've been doing is just sticking them in a Tupperware out in the front office, and people could come grab them. But we want to have a slightly better customer experience, so we're going to be packing these up better. However, it does feel like a bit of a financial waste to box this tiny little thing. I was thinking about sticking it in a bubble mailer, which is what we would do if we were going to ship it. However, I feel like getting a local pickup with a bubble mailer just feels kind of cheesy and not much better than just like being handed the bag. So I think what we're going to do is grab some paper sandwich bags. Maybe we can find some like nicer waxy ones or something, but those will be cheaper than this, hopefully. And they will look a little bit better. And that way we can hand people something rather than just giving them a Ziploc bag, because the issue is if you have like 6 of these, it's kind of annoying to like walk out of the store with them. So we're going to be bagging these up, but I just thought I would share that little development I had with you. So for right now, it's going to be going in this box, which is kind of a waste, but maybe tomorrow on the way to work or tonight after work, we'll swing by Target and look for some bags of some kind.
Okay, here we are at the end of Monday. Finished up as much as I could without like putting them in place, besides painting them. These walls, so these walls are all ready. They have some certain supports and things on them now. So those are pretty much ready to go into place, except we're gonna paint some edges of them, the exposed edges, tomorrow. So we'll paint those, and then tomorrow afternoon we're gonna put them in place, and then we can actually put on the final pieces once they're like where they belong. I don't want to do that here because then it'd be almost impossible to move it all. So yeah, those are done, and we're in a good spot. I don't know if Paul told you how many orders we have, but most of the orders went out today. So fortunately tomorrow, at the moment, I think there's like 6. So hopefully tomorrow we have 2 people in that'll be picking all day, their whole shift. So with 6, there's, then one of them will catalog, and one of them I think will help Paul reassign, because we still have 11 of these like half units. It's like half the size of this that we're not going to use in the new pick path that need to be reassigned tomorrow. So I actually feel much better now. I think we're in a good spot. End of the last vlog, I wasn't feeling too good about being prepared for all this. But tomorrow I got to go get labels printed. I have the labels. I already created the labels. I just have to go get them physically printed. And then we're pretty much ready for Wednesday to get everything stickered. So we're looking good. We're going to call it a night. It's about 7:30 now. We're going to see you tomorrow.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday morning. I am in the warehouse, as is usual. Evan just left to go grab labels because, as you might know, we are about to start stickering the acros that we have. I was hoping to make that little walk down the staircase a little bit more graceful, but anyway, we are going to be reorganizing the store today, or at least it's the first step in reorganizing the store. It's going to be a long process because, after all, we still have all of the Just a Brick in the Bucket inventory in pallets over there, and that is going to take forever to get in. But to start with, the most important aspect is getting some barcodes on these drawers. Now, Evan's already talked about that a little bit, but today is the big day. Michaela and Berlinda, our 2 catalogers, are currently picking, and we are hoping to get all of that stuff done. And then at the end of picking, it's going to be reassignment time because we still have some of these halves here. It's been very busy and I haven't been able to get done with all of these. So I'm going to be having some of our staff help reassign out of these and empty them, because these they mess up our numbering, so they've got to go, as I already said. But after that, it's going to be sticker time. The nice thing about barcodes is they help reduce typos. So all of our drawers back in California were barcoded, and here they're going to be barcoded as well. So that's going to be the first step. Stickering is probably going to take all day tomorrow, but before we can sticker, every acro has to come off the wall because they're going to be reorganized, and that's the big thing today. The store will be getting closed, unfortunately, but it should only be closed for a little bit. So what am I doing? I'm reassigning, and that's what I'm going to get to. So I will update you guys once I have something actually interesting to talk about.
Hey everyone, I haven't said hi yet today. It is like 5 p.m. now. Everyone is gone except Paul and I. We just finished up the reassignment of moving those drawers and stuff. Earlier today I got barcodes printed, so I'll show you those. They look like this. It just has the actual like location number, like D14. And then a tiny little barcode there, and then a color on the side. This is blue. Then we also have red, yellow, and green for the 4 aisleways we're gonna start with. So I got those printed today. It took a little bit at the FedEx store to get that done, but got that done. So now we're gonna test or double check the reassignment, make sure all the locations and stuff line up, and then we will actually run it to make the switch, do a few like spot checks to make sure everything's switched properly, and then we're going to reopen the stores. The stores have been closed for a few hours today, just so we don't get orders, because we can't really change the locations if a part has sold out, because it won't update, if that makes sense. So, and we don't want to move all the drawers and then re-sticker tomorrow. So all the orders are fulfilled. Yeah, so we have all these little half units now that are empty that we're going to take off the wall. So I think we're going to do a time lapse of us actually removing all the wall or all the units. So we have to take, let me show you some stuff. Everything that's here on the shelves, we're going to essentially pull out of the way. So we got to move this kind of pile of stuff. All that's going to move down this way, and then we have to actually take all the acros off of these shelving units, and then we also have to demount or unmount or whatever, dismount, I don't know, all of the acros and Craftsman units from the walls. So big project ahead. I'm going to do a time lapse. I'm going to go make sure the battery's charging for the camera so that we can actually time lapse that, and we'll do that. Then these walls are going to move into place, get screwed down and stuff, and then we'll put on all the final pieces of like the cross things, as well as what supports them and holds them up, and then we'll kind of tape off the edges and paint them tonight. So yeah, that's the plan, and hopefully we get a time lapse that starts right now. Alrighty, so we are done for the evening. It is, I don't even know what time it is, my watch is dead. It's 1:48 a.m., unfortunately. All the acros are down though, as you saw in the time lapse. 3 of the 4 walls are completely up and in place 100%. This final one, I got really tired of drilling holes in the concrete. It was really, really exhausting. So there's 4 screws in this wall holding it down for now, but it's not really secure. So these are all in. They're pretty decent actually. I was a little worried in terms of like strength on this, just screwing it into the base. I think we're going to be totally fine, so I don't think we're going to do any top supports or anything. These aren't structural walls, obviously. If I can lean into it and it doesn't fall, I think we're okay. But yeah, these 3 walls are up and completely ready. Tomorrow we have a ton of people coming in. Not a ton of people. We have the whole staff, which is not a ton of people at the moment, but some people coming in. And Paul's got a stickering station set up. So we're going to work on each of these units, pull off the pre-existing stickers, and sticker them with the new stickers that have the barcodes and are color-coded. Yeah, so tomorrow, doing that, and then I'll put the slats on the walls so that we can actually mount the acros, and yeah. So good night. We will see you in the morning.